There's absolutely no trophy with being a super mom. Have you ever looked yourself in the mirror and thought, it looks like I'm just surviving? Basically, the to-do list is never ending. Baby constantly needs you. There's just so much to do because, of course, motherhood comes with a whole lot. But what if I told you that thriving does not in any way mean you have to have everything all figured out or have everything all put together? Because thriving is just about embracing, living fully in the midst of the whole chaos and mess. If you're an expecting mom, a new mom, or maybe not so new mom, or you're probably tired of pretending to be fine, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button and let us grow together. Hey guys, how are you all doing? Sincere apologies for not seeing me. I've missed you all so much, and I know you've missed me too. I've had a couple of things I've been quite busy with. My apologies. My first baby turned one a couple of weeks back, and I had some videos all planned out, and most of those videos I had made reference to my little girl will be turning one in a couple of weeks. My little girl will be turning one in a couple of weeks, and woo, I never posted them, and then my little girl turned one eventually. So it just felt a bit awkward having to post them afterwards. So that's one of the reasons, aside other reasons. But however, I'm back like I never left, and I've missed you. So we could pick up from where we left. We'll be going through series. So those of you who are watching me for the first time, welcome to the very first episode of the Thriving as a Mom series. I'm Ghummie and I'm your number one fan. This is a safe space for moms who want to feel seen, supported, and encouraged. Here we talk about the unfiltered realities of motherhood, how we could rediscover ourselves after having baby, how we could thrive as moms, regardless of whatever season you are in your motherhood journey beyond just surviving in your day-to-day activities. I felt after having my baby, I was just going to snatch back. I felt like I was just going to have everything all figured out. And, especially with the amount of information you find on the internet, like everyone has this Pinterest perfect motherhood. And if you're not careful, you're going to feel like rubbish, especially when your expectations do not meet your reality. After my baby, I thought thriving meant snapping back, getting your things all going back to how you used to be before you had baby, like life it would not change, and all of that. Spoiler alert, everything changes. Anyways, thriving means absolutely different things for different people. As a matter of fact, it is completely different in motherhood. And today we'll be talking about what thriving really means. So, number one, thriving is not perfection. Please let's get this out first because this is the beginning of the whole this is actually the beginning of the problem. Thriving does not in any way mean perfection. It doesn't mean that because you're thriving you've now been able to figure out how to prepare baby meals, make dinner, clean the house, run a business all in one day. No, that is burnout. Thriving means pausing in the chaos, regardless of what life is throwing at you, choosing presence over pressure. It means finding a way to smile regardless of how tired and exhausted you are, even as sleep deprived as you are. It's about finding a balance. It's about having to smile when everything doesn't make sense. So if your house is messy, everything is untidy, your eyes are puffy, but baby is smiling, baby is happy, sweetheart, you are thriving, and that's good enough. Number two, thriving is different for every mom. Thriving is not a one size fits all approach. It's not about picking someone's template and saying, "Oh, this is how it's meant to be, so this is how it should be for you." No, no. For one mom, it could be just going on a 10 minutes walk so you can breathe. So for another mom, it could just be about you asking for help without feeling guilty. Thriving could just be about you getting a full-time job and still being able to show up for your kids, regardless of whatever thing you're doing. Is you don't have to fit into another person's definition of success. Thriving is different for everyone. It is very, very personal. It's basically shaped by our season, our values, and our reality. So my reality could be completely different from yours, and that's the reason why thriving is different for everyone. It's not a one size fits all approach. Moms, comparison is a thief. You need to let it go. Number three, thriving is asking for help. I don't know how to overemphasize this. Please say this with me. Thriving is asking for help. And say this with me, asking for help and should not be in any way seen as weakness because it's not. Thriving moms don't even try to do it alone. They ask for help. They lean towards support. There's absolutely no trophy with being a super mom. Help, lean towards help. Ask your partner for help. Ask your friend. Maybe if you need to see a therapist, that's fine. A community, ask for help. But just know that you can't do it all by yourself. I remember when I had my baby, I had a friend of mine who would in fact, before I even had my baby, she would say, gee, if you need anything, please let me know. I could, but because of my kind of person who always wanted to do my things myself, oh no, I don't want to stress you. Oh no, I figured, oh, I'm going to do it. I never asked for help. And then, well, a couple of months after, like when baby was 6 or 7 months, she said to me, and then she said, I could have her. And then it just dawned on me that, yeah, you can have her. Yes, you can have her. And I just picked her and said, take her. So what I'm trying to say is the moment I started doing that, I began to breathe. You need to take help when you find help. If your friend offers you help, please take it. If a community offers you help, please take it. Thriving moms ask for help. And asking for help is no sign of weakness. You need to delegate tasks. Say no. Sometimes say no and protect your peace. The whole super mom thing is a myth. We were not meant to do it all on our own. Number four, thriving is tending to yourself. How you treat yourself really matters, especially in motherhood. There's this tendency before you've had your baby, like you're all having everything put together and stuff. And then probably when you want immediately you have baby, you just all of a sudden shift focus from yourself and start only looking after baby, looking after your husband, looking after the family, and nothing about you again matters. Listen, how you treat yourself completely matters. It matters a whole lot. I've said this in one of my videos. A happy mom equals a happy baby. If you're not looking after yourself, trust me, mom, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're not, you need to refill your cup consistently. You need to be happy. You deserve the love you give out to people so effortlessly. You need to tend to yourself. You cannot stop being a person all because you became a mom. You need to do what makes you happy. Thriving means looking at yourself, looking after yourself, trying to reconnect yourself with things that once mattered, things that remind you of who you are, things that give you joy, even if it's about journaling, if it's about, you know, dancing, singing, whatever. Just give yourself 10 minutes to do things about you, things that matter to you, things that remind you of you. It's very important for you because since you cannot pour from an empty cup, it's very important that you continually refill your cup. That's when you're thriving. And number five, thriving is a mindset. The thing is, if the devil wants to attack you, he attacks your mind, he attacks your heart. Thriving is a mindset. If you stay on the negative, you remain negative. You stay on the positive, you remain positive. You have to saturate yourself with positive affirmations. Rather than you saying, I'm failing, it's best you say, I'm figuring it out. Nobody's got the perfect template to how motherhood is meant to be or how, there's no perfect mom out there. I've said this before. So, change your perspective, change the way you see things, fix your mindset. You need to stop judging yourself, but rather start affirming yourself. When you shift your mind from aiming to doing more, but rather celebrate your little wins, now that is you fixing your mindset. That is you thriving in motherhood. So now you need to affirm this with me. Say with me, I am not behind. I am doing my best, and that is perfectly enough. I am an amazing mom. There is no perfect mom out there for my child, or for my kids, or for my baby. I am doing my best and I am enough. You're already even thriving in ways you don't even know. You wake up every day as sleep deprived as you are, you're showing up and you're showing off. That is you thriving. You're giving so much love regardless of how much you receive. In return, you're thriving, and that is what matters. Thriving is not about having a perfect life, it's about having a real one. It's about living a real life with joy, with softness, and courage. And that's what you're doing. If you're not doing that, then you need to start doing that. Doing this, you need to give yourself grace. You're not just surviving, you're becoming, and that is powerful. So if this video spoke to you, drop me a comment. Tell me what little way are you choosing to thrive today? And don't forget, this is just the part one of this series. Coming next is my 5 mindset shifts that help me thrive as a mom. So don't forget to subscribe and turn your notification bell so when a video drops, you definitely will be the first to know. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You're doing an amazing job.